So students, the third part of the policy, that is arrangements. And arrangements, the general topics that we are carrying out risk assessments, information instruction and training, accident and near miss reporting, recording and investigation. The procedures are available for these accident near misses reporting, how we will report the near miss, how we will report the accidents, how we will record, and how we will investigate. Consultation with workers, how we will consult with the workers, and developing safe system of work, how we will prepare the safe system of work for the organizations, for the activities, welfare and first aid provisions, welfares, for example, to provide proper toilets to the workers, dining halls for eating, clean waters to the workers, and proper transportation to the worker. And we need to provide first aid. In some places, we need to provide proper clinic, depend upon the industry hazards and risk. Then fire safety procedures, the procedure for fire safety and preventions, emergencies procedures, compliance monitoring, including auditing. So these are the general topics that should be included in the arrangements parts of the health and safety policy. So these are the things we provide in the arrangement section of health and safety. Then the other specific risk and problem, we need to arrange, we need to prepare proper procedures for loan working, for noise exposure control, that how we will control the noise exposure. Because if we have loud noise in the organization, so we need to control. If we have loan workers, so we need to control the loan workers. We need to prepare proper procedure for that loan workers. Then vibration exposure control. If we have activities just like, for example, if our workers are doing jackhammer work, are working on healthy, so their body part will be vibrated. We need proper control or proper control measures for that vibration. Then control of exposures to toxic material. In some industries, the toxic materials available, for example, H2S gas or other chemicals, toxic material. So we need proper controls for our workers. If they're handling the toxic materials, if they're doing the work in a toxic area, we need to provide proper controls to our workers to protect their health during the work. Control of crowds, how we will control the crowds in our organization. We need proper procedure for that. Control of transport risk, because without the transport, we cannot work. So we will also control the risk of transport. We need proper route system in the company. We need proper pedestrian walkways. We need proper parking. We need proper rules and regulation for the speed limits. For the others, we need proper training for our drivers, for example, defensive trainings. So we need to control the transport risks also. Specific health surveillance requirements, because in some industries, for example, in oil industries or others mechanical industries, some workers are doing radiography. For that type of activities, we need proper health surveillance, because we need proper medical check for those workers. And then waste disposal, how we will dispose the waste in the organization, because waste disposal very important, that how we will dispose the waste, because there are two type of waste. One is hazardous waste and the other one is non-hazardous waste. The non-hazardous waste we can recycle. So we need proper management system for that non-hazardous waste. For example, we need proper skip to manage that non-hazardous waste. For example, for wood, we need skip. For paper, we need separate skips. For plastics, we need separate skips. For steel, we need a separate skips. For food, we need a separate skips. And we need proper place where we will put that skips. And we need to train our workers that how they will collect the waste and how they will put, because we cannot put all the waste in one skips. That will be very difficult. Then we need to control the hazardous waste, very important. For the hazardous waste, we need proper skip in a separate place. In that area, we need properly manage. And we need to train our workers that how they will dispose that hazardous waste, because that is very danger, that is toxic. Okay, maybe toxic, but that is danger. So we need to train our workers. We need to provide proper PPE, personal protective equipment, when they are handling that hazardous waste. And when we are disposing outside from our projects, we need proper contractor, special contractor, which is authorized from the governments, because they are specialists how to handle that uh, hazardous waste and how to remove the hazardous waste from the projects. We need proper system and organization. For example, for the hazardous waste, we need, for example, we need proper skips, and on that skips, we need to provide proper signage. Okay, so in this way, we can manage the waste in our organization in a better manner. Then the health and safety policy, how can be effectively communicated, when it should be reviewed. So the health and safety policy, we can communicate on the notice board. We can put it on internet or internet of the company. We can tell the workers during the induction training, during the toolbox talks or other meetings. And when we will review the policy, when the key personnel changed, then we will review the policy. Management structure, if the management structure change, then we will review the policy. If the process, the methods of the work change, then we will review. If technology change, you will review the policy. Legislation of the country, if the legislation change, then we can review the policy. Following an accident or incidents or near miss, then we will review the policy as a result of enforcement action from the enforcement authority. Then we will review the policy after an audit, after work consultations, passage of time, for example, annually. So these are the conditions when we will review the health and safety policy. Okay. So in today's lecture, we study the health and safety management system. The health and safety management system, we studied ILO, International Labour Organization 2001 model, that was occupational health and safety policy. The components of that model, occupational health and safety policy, the organization, and occupational health and safety policy, we studied about the health and safety policy. because the first component for our health and safety management system or for our organization, the policy, the health and safety policy. We studied the ILO, International Labour Organization, ILO Article 14. According to Article 14, ILO recommendation R164, when a company have 5 or more workers, they need to provide a written policy for the worker, health and safety policy. And that policy should be in a understandable language or understandable medium. And that should be available for all the workers of the company and also for the interested parties. That was the first component, or that is the first component of health and safety management system. We need proper policy, and we need proper health and safety policy for the organization. If we don't have health and safety policy, that means our health and safety culture of the organization, that is not a positive culture. Because in the health and safety policy, we are declare that we will follow the health and safety rules and regulations, and that we will protect our workers from injuries. We will reduce the accidents. We will follow the standards of health and safety in our organizations. We will follow the health and safety law of the national law and international law. We declare that statements. Then the second component or element of the occupational health and safety management system, that was organizing. So what we will do in organizing, we will provide the roles and responsibility. Please mute the mic. Okay. We will provide the roles and responsibility for all the workers, from top management to the employees. So if they know their roles and responsibility for health and safety, so the health and safety will be improved in that organization. If they don't know, so there will be no health and safety in that organization. So the second component, that is organizing. The third component of health and safety management system, that is planning and implementing. What we will do in planning and implementing, we will provide or we will prepare plan for every activity of health and safety. For example, we will plan risk assessment, we will prepare method of statement, emergencies procedures, and we will prepare plan for training. We will do everything according to the plan, and that plan should be implemented in the workplace. If we will implement the plan, if we will do the work according to the plan, so our health and safety will be improved, our health and safety culture will be improved, the accident will be less, our worker will be happy. Then the fourth, that is evaluations, the fourth component of health and safety management system, that was evaluations. And evaluations, we will check, we will monitor that the health and safety standards are implemented or not. If the health and safety standards are not implemented, so we will correct that, and we will take action for that. Okay, we will take action for that. Please mute your, because sometimes the mic is disturbing, so we need to mute our mic, please, during the lecture. Okay, so action for improvements, we need to take action. If we are deviating from health and safety standards, we need to correct that. Okay, so then after action for improvement, we need to audit all the component of health and safety management system. We need to check, because the audit is a critical independent examination of the whole health and safety management system. So whole health and safety management system, we will check the policy, the organizing roles and responsibility of the workers, planning and implementing, action for improvements, and action for improvements, what we are taking actions, we will check that one. And auditing, we will do the internal audit and external audits. So that is needed to improve health and safety in our organizations. And the other components, the last component of health and safety management system, that we need continual improvement for our health and safety system, because the technology is changing. When the technology is changing, the hazards will be more, the risk will be more. So we need to control that. And for that, we need proper continual improvements. Okay. And after that, we studied the ISO 45001, because this ISO 45001 is international standard for occupational health and safety management system, and it was introduced in March 2018, and the transition period for that was 3 years. And before that, we have OSAS BS 18001 or OSHAS BS 18001, that was a British standards. And we also have the ILO guidelines that we already studied, the ILO OSH model 2001. Okay. So they're given 3 years for the transition period, and from April 2021, every company will take the ISO 45001 certification, and they will implement health and safety management system according to that ISO 45001. So what is the purpose of ISO 45001? Basically, the ISO 45001, the purpose or objective of ISO 45001 to reduce injury in the company, because before there was too many injuries, too many deaths, because the purpose of the ISO 45001 to reduce the injuries and ill health and improve the health and safety in a workplace and improve the business also. And the purpose or objectives to the worker should be happy in a work environment. The worker should be trained and to control all the hazards in the company and to provide better risk assessment to all the activities to control the hazards and to do the work in a safe manner. That was the main purpose of this ISO 45001. So in ISO 45001, we have 10 classes. So we already, basically this just an introduction in this NEBOSH course, but this we need a detailed course. If we need a detailed course for this, this is a 5 days course. Okay. And so during that 5 days, you will study all the 10 clauses of this ISO 45001. Then we studied the organization health and safety policy. And the policy, we studied the 3 components of the policy. The first one is the general statement of intent. And general statement of intent, we explain the objectives of the aims and objectives of the company. So what is aim and objective of the company? To reduce the accident, to reduce the injury in the company, to follow the health and safety law. This is just a declaration statement from the top management to all the workers, to all health and safety, that we will follow the health and safety rules and regulations in our company during the work activities. Then during the health and safety policy, we also study the organization section. And organization section, we will study about the roles and responsibilities from top management to the workers, their roles and responsibility for health and safety. And then we study the arrangement section. An arrangement section for the all activities in the company. We will arrange health and safety measures for all activities. We will provide the health and safety procedures, and we will implement that procedures in our company. For example, we will do the risk assessment for all activities. We will provide method statements. We will provide emergency procedures and emergency arrangements. All the activities we are doing in our company, we will properly manage, and we will do all activities in a safe manner. An arrangement section, that's a big documents, and that's a separate from the other document. You will check your health and safety plan. Basically, the GC plan, we provide all the details for all the activities in our company. So in arrangement sections, we provide the complete detail that how we will do the work in a safe manner. Okay, so we study also the arrangement section, and then we study how when the policy will be reviewed, when change the key personnel after an audit, after an accident, if the process change, technology change, legislation change. So during these conditions, we will review the policy. Okay, so this was our today lecture. Now the window is open for the question answers. So you can ask any question from me, so I will answer to you. Okay.